Congressman, thank you very much for your time to USINPAC.
It's my pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity very much.
What do you think about the current state of the US-India relationship?
I think that the relationship between the two countries is a very strong relationship. It is a very important relationship, and it's one that I think will continue to improve as far as its quality over the years. Was very pleased that President Obama visited India within the past month, and I think it's an indication of the importance he, as President of the United States, attaches to that relationship. Also think from the position of representing constituents in places like Northwest Indiana, India has contributed so much, not only on the international stage, but in areas like Northwest Indiana, the Midwest, and throughout the United States, as far as the communities and individuals who have settled and the contributions that they make, not only as far as preserving their own heritage and culture and religion, but expanding out and exercising a great deal of generosity to the communities in which they live. But looking at that international perspective, given the fact that you're talking about the two largest democracies in the world, it is important to make sure that we pay attention to that relationship and in both instances never take it for granted because there is much to offer others and there are many interests that we share.
The United States and India are both victims of terrorism. What are your recommendations to jointly solve this problem?
Well, it's one of the things that the two governments talked about in November of 2010, and that is how can they improve their cooperation, sharing of intelligence, and making sure that they, in each instance, can help each other with needs they may have. Because unfortunately it is a very upset and very dangerous world. But again, you have two significant partners and players in the international arena who are attuned to each other's needs, who are sharing in every way, shape, or form their concerns about safety, the spread of democracy, and preventing terrorism. Is something that ought to continue to be fostered. But again, I do think the visit by the President to India is just another example of the two countries working together to enhance their ability to hopefully prevent future terrorist acts and certainly to deal with them if unfortunately and tragically they occur.
Have you been to India?
I have not, unfortunately, but as I like to brag to many of my friends, the U.S. Ambassador to India is from the state of Indiana, my good friend Tim Romer, and as a University of Notre Dame graduate, I'm doubly proud that Mr. Romer, Ambassador Romer, I should say, is also a Notre Dame graduate, so certainly feel that additional personal affinity.
Have you attended any Indian American local events in your congressional district?
Continually, both in an official capacity as far as events that are held within the community, religious ceremonies. We had a recent dedication of a new temple in Northwest Indiana, but also just on a personal basis because again, those who are in the Indian community in Northwest Indiana are leaders in our community. They're very active and generous in our community. We will have receptions and functions in their homes, at local restaurants. We will have meetings. And the other thing is I'm very proud of the fact that they want to assist those who do want to come to the United States legally to work through that system to again bring that new energy and talent and vibrancy to our country. They also clearly still have a strong affinity to India itself and travel back and forth, so they do maintain that tie as well.
President Obama is discussing bringing a comprehensive immigration reform bill to Congress. What are your views on this?
I think that we have to remember that we are a country of immigrants. I have always suggested that's one of the defining characteristics of the United States. But we are also a country of laws. With a last name, I should say, like Visclosky, it's pretty clear that someone, as I like to say, got on a boat and came to the United States of America, but abided by those laws. And that is, again, one of the things that I deeply respect about the Indian community is they have played by the rules. There is that respect for the law. And as difficult as that is sometimes, they are willing to, if you would, abide by those principles, take that extra time, have that extra energy devoted to the process.
Small businesses are the engine of growth and innovation. Indian Americans have a very high number of small businesses in high-tech, biotech, renewable energy, etc. Given the tenuous economic climate, what step is Congress taking or should take to protect the interests of these small businesses?
One of the things that I'm happy Congress enacted very recently was an additional $30 billion that will be provided to community banks to be lent to small businesses. So one of my great regrets is during the first year of a very tepid economic expansion in the United States, bank capital actually contracted over 6%. That's not going to help small businesses or large businesses to be profitable. This is a direct attempt to get into those financial institutions that have the biggest interest in those communities, know those smaller entrepreneurs on a personal basis and know them best, and to inject some money into that system. So one, for existing businesses that may be experiencing difficulty in this economic climate, they can survive and profit. And for those that are strong, hopefully to expand. One, for their own benefit, but secondly, to put Americans to work.
What is your message for USINPAC, US-India Political Action Committee?
My message would be, one, again, having great interchange with the Indian community. I respect the contribution they have made to our community and to our country. Certainly respect the democracy that India itself represents and the role they increasingly play on the world stage. And certainly want to assure everyone that I will do everything possible as part of the Indian caucus in the United States Congress to make those facts known to others and to work to further strengthen that relationship and to take advantage in a very positive way of that existing relationship.
Thank you very much, Congressman.
Thank you very much.